Hello again, witchy people. When I did or put up the video for the 500 we'll get this out, the 500 subscribers giveaway, I asked the subscribers to ask me questions. And I was going to reply to these questions after the giveaway had happened. But one question caught my eye, because it kind of goes with what I'm doing right now. So the question is on my screen, so I'm going to have to come really close and bring it up onto my screen, so I'm going to look a bit odd, so just ignore me. Okay, the question was by Cat Cottage, and she asks, I've decided, inspired by another channel, to dive into the water element this autumn. So for the months of September, October and November, I'm going to read about, journal and explore forms of magic and divination associated with water. Speaking from your own practice and background, how would you go about this kind of project? Perfect question. Got to try and get my screen back. There I am. I can see me now. Okay. I think I've mentioned before, I was actually born in a tower block. 21st floor, I think it was, of a tower block looking out onto the water. So water has always unknowingly played quite a large part in my path and practice. When I first started divination, I used a water bowl, and I did scrying with a water bowl. And it seemed natural at the time to use seawater. So I lived near the sea. I gathered up some seawater. I actually live in Southampton. We're a port town, city. But I also live near lots of woodland. So when I say I live near water, I can gather water. It's not a huge body of water. I don't actually live next to the sea. I do live next to the sea. The coastline comes in. It's like a little inland. It sort of comes in like this. And I live just on one end. So I can see across the water. Anyway. So it was easy for me to gather water. You could buy spring water in a bottle. That would do just as good. Sorry, I'm having to pause a lot because I'm so tired. But I wanted to get this done. Anyway. So yes, scrying with a bowl of water was the best for me. It just one of those things I was naturally drawn to. Seawater especially. And also I think if you like to colour your water, and you like to colour your water black or a dark colour, and you have a light coloured bowl, then if you can, get some squid ink, colour the water with that. But I think the idea that if you're going to learn about something, immerse yourself in it, find out all you can. Now the reason why I said about this question is because I started reading this again, Tristan Gooley's How to Read Water. It's not a spiritual book, it's not anything magical, it's quite a scientific book actually in a lot of ways, and it is how to read water, how to know when water's deep and where water, all sorts, tidal currents and isolated danger marks, lighthouses, waves, tsunamis. It goes into everything. Tristan Gooley is also very well known for writing other books, and one of them is this one, Wild Signs and Star Paths, which is a really good book about, not so much about waters in here, not even so much about streams really. But it is, if you want to get to know about water and how it works, that one's really good. But this is me, and you know, everything for me comes down to folklore and old wives' tales, and there's this. Now I think there's 5 of these books altogether, and I have 3 of them, and this is number 3. Is it number 3? Can you see number 3? Yes, volume 3 down there, and this is the elements, and it's a collection of proverbs, sayings and rules concerning the weather, but specifically clouds, mists haze, dew, fog, rain and rainbows. It's like, for instance, you can tell the size, and this I think I got from Tristan's book, How to Read Water. You can tell the size of a raindrop, if there's a rainbow in the sky, by what colour is most apparent. So if there's more red in the rainbow than any other colour, then the raindrops are bigger. Isn't that cool? So yeah, this is lots and lots of sayings, as you can see. And it's things like, I really should put my glasses on. It doesn't say that. I should put my glasses on. Let's have a look. Because you've got to bear in mind, clouds are water. So read clouds. Fog. When fog falls, fair weather follows. When it rises, rain ensues. In the Mississippi, oh, this is August. In the Mississippi Valley, when fogs occur in August, expect fever and ague the following fall. Ooh. So yeah, get to know all you can about water. On hills, rising and falling. Tower-like indicate. Oh, tower-like clouds indicate rain. If it rains when the sun shines, it will rain the next day. Isn't that lovely? Rainbows. So yes, books like, but this is an amazing book. It's full of folklore and sayings, and not just English ones. It's and it's by Richard Inwards. Is the name at the top. Richard Inwards. So yeah, I mean, I do have others. This is Weather in General, and that's volume 1, Weather in General, and volume 2 is Sun, Moon and Stars, and the elements sky, air, sound, heat. That's 2, but I'm pretty sure there are 5 now, and they get increasingly difficult to get hold of, but 1, 2 and 3 are quite easy to get hold of. So I think for me it would be, like I said, find out all you can about it. And if you live near a lake, find out what you can about that body of water that's closest to you. If you don't live near water, then find out about weather patterns, cloud patterns, anything that's associated with water that can help you read the water. Learn how to read the water, not in a scientific way, but in a way that resonates with you, with your soul, if you like. So that's definitely what I would do, and what I have done. And ask, if you've got anyone you can ask about, oh crikey, so I just suddenly thought about that. It's an American town, is it somewhere in Maine, where a man walks the coast or the beach when there's a hurricane coming, but if he's spotted, no one will die, or something like that. And it's an amazing but it's not associated with me because I don't know where it is, but it's just something I heard, and things like that. If you've got any of those folklore and stuff, then do that. But also find out what resonates with you. So if you think about water and crystals, pick a crystal that makes you feel that kind of fluidity of water. You can always use like duck feathers and things like that. Birds that are associated with water, use those feathers in the magic. Seashells. Seashells are amazing. And there's loads of places you can buy them online which are ethical, or you can go and find some. Hagstones. Hagstones are more often found on beaches than they are, so hagstone magic is quite good. I mean, I actually have a ladder downstairs. It's kind of like a witch's ladder. It looks like a little rope ladder, and it's hung with shells from all over the place, and it makes a lovely, it's almost like a wind chime. It's lovely. So yeah, but when you find a stone that resonates with you, that makes you think of water, clean it in water if you can. Obviously there are some that you can't. and use those. Oh gosh, there are so many things. You know, when your head's full of all these little bits and pieces and you're trying to think to get them out and you can't. It's kind of what's going on in my head right now. So yeah, immerse yourself in it, not in water particularly, but in the knowledge, gain the knowledge that you can about water and the folklore of water where you live. I always think it's important to especially find out the folklore where you live. And I've said this before as well. It's simple things like, for most people, rainbows are a sign of happiness and hope. I'm a Southampton girl and a Hampshire, and part sort of like going up to the Sussex coast. When you saw a rainbow in the sky, you were supposed to cross 2 sticks on the ground to cross out the bad luck of the rainbow. So in Hampshire and Sussex, going back many years ago, the way I was raised, you know, rainbows weren't a good thing. It was a bad luck sign, so you had to cross out the bad luck. So find out the folklore and the myths that are local to you and incorporate those if you can. Like I said, it's very hard, I think, if you're on a path where you're quite restricted. But even then, like in many different types of Wicca, for instance, if what you feel isn't exactly in accordance with what you're taught, there is still that area of you do what feels right for you and incorporate what feels right for you into your practice. So there you go. I hope that's kind of answered the question. There are a few questions I will be putting together, and already I've been asked some amazing questions. I'll be answering each question. This has been so much fun. So I will answer each question and note who asked me the question, and we'll link their YouTube channels below. Whether the channel has any content on or not, I will link them below. Because just because a channel doesn't have content doesn't mean to say it never will have content. So there you go. But yes, find out all you can about the element that you choose to work with. Find out what resonates with you for that element, not what you're told should be, and use that element in your workings. Divination, use water. Water bowls for scrying and such like that. Cleanse your tools in water, even if you have to like buy it in a bottle and it's, you know, spa water or spring water. I'm going on again, so I'm going. Thank you for watching, witchy people. I hope that answered the question. Bye for now.